Are conflicting rules and redo stamps turning your technology into an operational nightmare? Stop the chaos. I'm your non-techie guide, Caterpillar. Join me on a simplified, naturally safe journey from confusion to thriving innovation. My full video course, Enable and Enforce Architecture Standards, guides you through 4 essential milestones. Learn to define your scaffold with shared dictionaries. Make it easy using automation. Ensure adoption with intelligent, preventative enforcement. And build a final winning strategy that perfectly blends creativity and managed risk. Unlock your creativity and manage risk naturally. Move from chaos to high-quality, naturally thriving technology. Join me on this path. Watch the full video course now. Standards and best practices. First, what is a standard? Think of them as the invisible scaffolding holding our modern world together. Standards provide a universal system, like a traffic light, where a single signal means the same thing to everyone. This crucial consistency reduces our cognitive load, making daily life predictable, safe, and efficient. However, don't confuse a standard with a best practice. A standard is a non-negotiable must-do, like the absolute rule to brush your teeth twice a day. Breaking it often brings immediate consequences. A best practice, by contrast, explains how to do it effectively, like the dentist's precise brushing technique, aimed at achieving the best long-term outcome and preventing consequences like a cavity or financial missteps. Why do we have them? For the powerful benefits. Standards drive operational efficiency, preventing us from reinventing the wheel, like the standardization of international plugs. They are fundamental to risk management, ensuring consistency and safety, especially in high-stakes fields like medicine formulation. Most surprisingly, standards spark innovation through interoperability, just like Legos from different decades still connecting seamlessly. As our cheerful caterpillar mascot shows us, applying these very same principles is the key to creating massive benefits in the digital world and enterprise architecture. Apply these invisible rules for predictable, effective, and innovative success. Welcome to the digital city. When an enterprise grows without a plan, it turns into unlivable chaos with technology buildings that don't connect or cooperate. Enterprise architecture acts as the city planning department in Box 1, transforming that clutter into an orderly, safe, and efficient environment with seamless connections. To manage this city, we follow a clear hierarchy of governance documents, Box 2. It starts with the policy defining the why, moves to step-by-step procedures for how, provides proven patterns as blueprints, and concludes with the standards, the concrete rules every building must follow. But to build together, we need to speak the same language. Without a common dictionary, misinterpreting a critical word can lead to a literal disaster. A meta model provides that shared understanding, defining components and connections precisely so errors are record-owning and easy to fix. Finally, we standardize our tools to reduce maintenance costs, Box 4. But standards must evolve. We use the champion-challenger model to test new, faster technology against the current standard. If the newcomer is truly better, it wins the test battle and becomes the new standard, ensuring constant, orderly innovation. To survive the real world, software needs essential underlying qualities. We call these qualities the abilities. First is stability. An app must take a punch and keep standing. If a server fails, the system shouldn't freeze. It should limp along using redundant, self-healing systems. We must calculate acceptable limits for downtime and data loss. Second are release qualities. Businesses need to add features constantly, but safely. Code must be testable by automated robots, and smart deployment strategies minimize the risk when pushing updates to the public. Third is operational efficiency, doing more with less. We need speed and performance to handle traffic spikes, automatically shrinking systems when demand drops to save money. Finally, interoperability and security. Apps cannot live in silos. They must play well using standardized plugs like APIs to share data safely. And we rigorously lock the doors, encrypting sensitive information and restricting access. Rules can be hard, but enablement makes them easy. Traditional engineering relied on forced rules, bureaucratic checklists, and confusing rulebooks that frustrated developers. Enablement is about choosing the path of least resistance, creating accessible, simple processes where the right action is the easiest one to take. Consider the coffee metaphor. Making it yourself from scratch is maximum effort. Waiting for someone else to make it is easier. But the goal is the automated approach. A preset timer and smart coffee maker mean fresh coffee waits for you, removing all cognitive burden. The enablement framework provides 3 steps to achieve that goal. First, specify. Use tools to identify tedious steps. Second, size. Measure the time and effort to find the bottlenecks. Third, simplify. Remove the friction through updated training and supportive organizations like centers of excellence or communities of practice. Follow 3 vital principles. First, be specific by giving engineers exact configurations, not just vague rules. Second, automate by building helpful tools, not massive, spiky checklists that say no or boo. Finally, shift left. Deal with requirements on day 1 with pre-approved templates rather than trying to fix broken code right before launch. Human error and looming deadlines often require intelligent enforcement, ensuring standards are actually adhered to. Enforcement takes 2 primary forms. First, detective controls act like security cameras. They spot an error after the mess happens, triggering an alert, but require a scramble to clean it up later. Conversely, preventive controls are the digital bouncers. Holding up shields and padlocks, they make it physically impossible to break the rule, blocking insecure code at the door. Organizations must align with the North Star. Preventive controls are infinitely cheaper and safer. To build this, use the enforcement framework, identify opportunities, integrate them seamlessly into the developer's daily activities to avoid extra forms, and infer behavior from data behavior errors. Adjust mechanisms that fire constant alerts. Think of stop signs. Opt-in means some roll through, while a police officer mandating stops everyone. Monitor data to pick the right pressure level. Corporate history teaches us vital lessons. Avoid the free-for-all where chaos rules and operational nightmares begin. Avoid the suffocation where rigid tech stack rules block creative solutions and frustrate talent until they quit. The goal is the conclusion, intelligently blending enablement, making the right way the easiest, with intelligent enforcement to foster naturally safe innovation. In this course, we learn to transform technology chaos into naturally safe innovation. We began by defining the invisible scaffold, identifying the critical non-functional requirements or abilities like stability and security, and creating a shared meta-model dictionary. Next, we mastered the art of enablement, learning how to make compliance effortless for engineers by removing friction and adopting automated solutions early in the development lifecycle. Then we explored the science of enforcement, prioritizing automated preventative controls as our North Star to ensure adoption. Finally, by analyzing common corporate pitfalls, we created a winning strategy that blends enablement and enforcement to foster innovation and manage risk, allowing high-quality technology to thrive naturally.